Hey guys, Healthy Coverage Council. My name is Zach Young.
This is John.
Tyler.
And of course, we wanted to make a video so that we can pin it to the top of our page. And if anybody wants to check us out, this is the About Us video. This is who we are, what we do, what we're mean to you guys, and of course, why it is that we even do this in the first place. So, John and Tyler, just to kind of take it back and rewind the clock a little bit, just so for everybody here that understands, we've known each other for very
long time.
very long time. And so me and John played soccer together in middle school. I've known Tyler since fourth grade.
Oh my
gosh, yeah. So of course we wanted to kind of go over that a little bit, but more importantly, we really saw a need in the space of health insurance as we all kind of got together after college. We all kind of started working the same job. Mm-hmm. John's the one who got me into it, and I think got Tyler into it too. Mm-hmm. And really we saw in here a major gap in where there's not a lot of health insurance advisors or agents that are being very transparent in the industry. They're not providing enough information, and they really just kind of leave people to kind of trust them. And we didn't really want that, right? We wanted to make sure that the people that we speak with, the people that we help, are very well educated and actually know what they're getting into, especially with something as important as health insurance.
Yep.
Right. So, you guys want to expand on that a little bit? Like, what is it that you guys really want to bring to them, and kind of where it is that we want to kind of go with this, or where we kind of came from?
Yeah, I mean, just in general, we want to make sure that everyone understands a little bit more about each section or part of insurance. When you try to look at insurance on your own or for someone else within your family, or let's say you're an employer, you're looking for your employees, you want to make sure you understand the different parts of the insurance. What is it going to benefit for myself, for the employees, in general? Because there's different parts that are very important to insurance. When you speak with certain people, they may not explain every single part. So our mission and our idea is to make sure that you understand every single part that makes up your coverage.
I mean, the biggest thing, with us is because time after time again, we get people constantly, like when we get them on the phone or we finally start talking to them, and we get to the point where they're like, no, I didn't know that. And it's like, well, that's one of the biggest things about this specific part. And it's let alone Cobra, there's employer coverage, there's, two different types of marketplaces, short-term, limited. No one knows all this stuff. But that's why, so when we get people on the phone and we hear that, they went with this, and it's like, well, did you know about this? And they're like, no, I didn't. Well, that's why we're here. We want to be able to tell people about all the different routes of where you could possibly go to find the best coverage for yourself, let alone your family, or even employer coverages, or if you're looking for your job.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, there's really just not a lot of information out there, and it's almost shocking to us that there's not enough people that are doing enough to teach and educate, because really medical expenses, medical bills is the number one thing for any sort of bankruptcy in the entire United States. It's actually medical bills. So if you think about that, right, if your number one risk for changing your entire life, not just financially but also physically, and it's something that you know very, very little about, we need to change that, and that's where our mission is here. And as you're going to see, as you go through this page, as you go through our YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, if you go through all of these, you're going to see here a plethora of playlists and videos that are going to teach you everything that you need to know to make sure you're very educated on when it is that you come time for you to actually choose an insurance option for yourself, for your family, for your employees, really any of those situations. And so what we'd love for you guys to do is if you see some videos on here where we maybe didn't cover a topic in depth enough, or we didn't go into a specific detail, or you want to just see some more from us as maybe on a personal level too, please, we'd love for you to just either comment down below, shoot us a message what you'd love to see from us, and we'd be happy, more than happy, to make a video educating you guys on that. But just to kind of come back here a little bit to the fun stuff, so just for anybody that wants to stick around and watch, like I said, we've known each other for a hell of a long time. Excuse my French. So kind of so I met John. When did we meet? What was it? Sixth grade?
Sixth grade, yeah.
Sixth grade. We played
middle school soccer.
We played for Coach Griffin. And man, I think he's still around somewhere. But very vivid memories of us actually, I think, getting close. We 5-0'd one of our opponents in soccer. And this is to give you guys a little fun story. We 5-0'd one of our opponents in soccer. And I think it's 6 or 7 or 8-0 is when it's called mercy rule. So the team forfeits and everything. And he made us run like I think 3 miles the next day in practice because we didn't mercy rule our team. So that's to give you like a little a little idea of just how me and John met and kind of the environment. But specifically, John went and did a heck of a lot better in soccer than I did. He ended up playing for UCF, their club team, right? For a little.
For 2 years.
Yeah, man's a monster, so don't challenge him. I mean, UCF is the largest, I think, largest student body in the entire nation. So to make it to their club team
they're
is,
up there.
it's very hard. Tyler, I've known since 4th grade.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm from New Smyrna, so like when I first moved here, like I didn't have many friends, and like I also moved to different middle schools in here in Orlando, and then like I was walking around the neighborhood one day, and I saw Zach on his bike like right across the street, and I was like, I'm just gonna go up to this kid. Had no idea, and then just to find out like his mom went to high school with my dad, and I was just like, and then basically our parents started like talking as we started talking with each other. And then, that set up a friendship for way too long.
Way too long. Yeah, exactly. And so now really we've kind of taken all of our different relationships that we've built over time and our different set of skills. I mean, you guys both have different business backgrounds from me. I did a little bit more marketing. As you can see, we're doing that now. So like, kind of tell us a little bit about that. What is it that you feel like you really want to kind of bring to the table in that sense of like providing value to everybody here that you kind of spend some time with? I feel like specifically UJP, right? You just graduated 2 years ago, right? Was it?
Yeah, about 3 years ago.
3 years ago.
3 years ago.
Yeah, and so you guys both did business, right? Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Finance. Mm-hmm. Yep. Exactly. I did marketing. Tyler, I think you're in general business, or is it communications? Integrated. Yeah. And so as you guys can see here, we've kind of taken our different skill sets and really put them together. I mean, finance and integrated specifically in communications, me specifically in marketing, have kind of taken those and just kind of put them together, right? And of course, make sure that we can provide not just a sustainable way for us to grow, again, to help you guys grow, and of course, save you the most money and make sure that you're, kind of eliminating as much risk as possible. But also, actually in another way too, I mean, pretty soon here, probably in a little bit, we're going to start actually doing some recruiting even for our own, our own team, our own business. And so, that's another reason why we did this, that the insurance industry in itself has we were actually talking about this at lunch today. It's a really great vehicle to take you into wealth, prosperity. Not necessarily that we're making a whole lot off of our clients, really more of just because the way that it's set up is that it pays passively. And so as our book of clientele, and the more people that actually stay on the books, people that actually enjoy the plan enough to continue paying their premiums, continue to hold on to the insurance that we've advised them to do, the bigger our book of business gets, the bigger our clientele gets, and actually the more that, we can earn income more passively, not as actively as the average person. So you mind telling us a little bit about that, JP, because you got us into it.
So I mean, as far as residual income, that's where you start making money when you're not actively working, right? So besides just working ethically, helping your clients out, keeping them in the books, as he said, you want to make sure that you're educating your clients so they know all the different options that they have, right? So when you do that and you actually share every possible option that they have, when you get to the point when you actually select the proper plan for them, that's where you know that they're going to be in the books for a long time because you selected the proper plan for them. So obviously with that, you're going to have a client for life. So that's when they start building on top of each other. You have a bunch of clients that are going to be happy with your service, with the insurance, and you build a mutual relationship.
Yeah, and specifically just for our own business too, we've really just seen a really big growth recently, especially with COVID and everything going on. We've been happy to help and assist people, and so I think that's probably another reason why I kind of kicked us off for this, which is the amount of people that are going into furlough, unemployment, all this stuff that's going on right now specifically, we're seeing, again, so much uneducation because, the employer that they had just kind of forced an option on them. They just kind of like, this is what you got. And no one really took the time to understand it, which is completely fine. I wouldn't probably either if my employer just told me this is what I got, right? Especially if you're paying the majority of the premium for me. But as soon as that change happens, of course, that's when you really need to understand the number one risk that is to your livelihood in both your physical and especially your financial, right? But yeah, anything else you guys want to bring up or talk about? No?
You got anything?
I don't think so.
Yeah. All right, cool, guys. Well, thank you so much for checking us out. Of course, I know it's a little bit of a longer video, and I really appreciate you guys looking at other videos. Again, please take some time to walk through whatever videos that you guys want. If there's something that we've missed, please just go ahead, comment down below, and we'll be happy to, again, make a video specifically designed to that. Or if you want to have personalized help, have us reach out to you directly. And of course, make sure that you're walking through all your options, of course, what's the best for you. Please feel free to DM us or comment below. The only thing we normally usually need is just an age and zip code.
Yep.
And so those two factors, that's pretty much all we need to go ahead and send you over the full range of quotes in the state from lowest to highest. And of course, we're going to just advise you on what is the best option for you and let you make that decision. So if you guys have any questions, you'll know how to reach us. This has been Zach.
John?
Tyler?
It's ACC. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys then.